Alright guys, off camera I was doing some tests. It was pretty hard it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do, and I was testing on some stuff. So I wanted to give it something like, where it's like a flash outfit that can withstand the Speed Force. I'm looking at the comic book and I see the way they have the reflections coming off of like the outfit. So what I did is I did this blue on there first. I didn't like the way that worked out. I tried some browns, I didn't like that. So then what I decided to do is I said, let me go back to the flat black, and then what I did is I misted some of this gunmetal gray over it. Just misted it, give it a little bit of texture, and then after that what I did is I did transparent Payne's gray, and I did a couple coats. So we're kind of getting closer a little bit, and you can kind of actually see there is like a texture in there. You can kind of see it. So what it does is when you kind of turn it and you move around the piece, you get a reflection like in the comic book, as you can kind of see. And that's kind of what I want to go for. But what I think I might do is, just for fun, is the parts underneath the boots. I might do like a solid flat black on those. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm going to let this dry a little bit. But that's what I did with that. So you get kind of like, it's black, but you get that reflection. But as you turn the item, let's see if we can actually turn the item a little bit. We get a reflection going around the boot, and it looks like the comic type thing. So that's kind of what I wanted to go for. I wanted to match that comic as much as possible, and that's what I did. And as you can see for the gloves, it's red, but it's a darker red. We got kind of like that leathery red going, which was going to match the jacket when we get there. So the outfit's kind of like that Speed Force outfit, with the jacket and gloves is leathery. And then we got the boots like that. So what I did with the boots, I'm going to follow with the jacket as well. So it's going to be like the same thing. So we'll get this unmasked, we'll let this dry, and then we'll get back to work on it. Alright, so off camera what I did is, just before I was taking off the mask, I decided to hit it with a little bit of interference blue over everything, because I thought it was, even though it was kind of that leathery look and it's kind of like, looking like the comic a little bit, I wasn't getting the wrinkles and I wasn't getting any of the, certain areas popping a little bit more. So what I did is I hit it with a little bit of the interference blue, and then I gloss coated it again, and then, heat set it in. And I kind of like it where I'm hitting now, because as I'm turning her, as I'm getting hit with light, I'm seeing the wrinkles, and I'm catching light, and I'm getting like a nice line of light, and it's just exactly where I want it, and it's looking like the comic as close as possible. The little bit of a blue brought it out. In the comic, it's kind of like a, like a grayish type blue. I'm trying to get as close as possible to that, so that's what I went with. So next step is we're just doing the belt, the trim around the jacket, and finishing up the base, and then the bolts on the boot. So, she's almost done. I'm really happy with it, and we'll be back with some more updates. Alright guys, she's pretty much all done. So all I have to do left is the belt buckle, because I did the belt, and while following the comic had a kind of like a grayish black, and it was kind of shiny. Almost looked like the jacket and boots, and for the statue I kind of wanted to just do a little bit of an artistic freedom on it, so I kind of just did a flat, gray black shading. I want to make it more like a leathery belt, not like shiny leather, but kind of like a flat leather, just to kind of have something a little bit different than the boots and the jacket. So I just got to do the belt buckle on there, and I did the bolts on her boots as well. They're basically titanium gold with some pearl mixed into to make it a little shiny. Got to clean that up a little bit. For the base, I think I'm just going to do a flat black. I really don't want to focus too much on the base. I want to keep everything focused up on her up top. If I do something too elaborate down here, it'll take away from the top part of her with all the yellow and everything. So I figured I'm just going to go with just a simple flat. I just want to focus on the character herself. So, a couple more touch-ups, cleaning up some edges, and then we'll be back with the final video in the photo studio. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys like the whole work in progress series, and we'll be back with more.